So a few ways to identify that jargon and then replace it. Look at all of your marketing materials. Think about your spoken language as well. So what's your elevator pitch? What's your spiel when people say, what do you do? And bring all that together, have it all written down, and then go through it and look for words that are obviously specific to your industry. That's the starting point. And I repeat, it's not always so obvious because you're so used to using that language. So go through it, be very detailed, cross out or remove all the words that are specific to your industry. Also look for words that you did not use before you started in that industry, even if they are, Merriam-Webster words. So a classic example of this is to leverage. If you work in the financial industry, then sure, you're leveraging stuff all the time. But frankly, nobody has ever leveraged garlic for a recipe. This is not a word that people use in everyday conversations. Get rid of it. So look for words like that may be normal common words. They're not industry specific words, but they are not used in normal common everyday conversation. Along the same lines, to leverage versus leverage. If you ever find yourself verbing a noun or nouning a verb, you're using jargon. So look out for that. Again, we use it so much that we don't always notice. But impact is another classic one. Impact is a noun, we verb it to impact something. So you're falling into the trap of jargon. Words that mean something different in your industry, very similar. So like leverage, it means the same thing outside of your industry, but it's used differently in your industry. So look for those words that maybe, once again, common everyday words, but the way they're used in your industry is not the way people use them at the dinner table. So right back to the dinner table. And the word that describes what you do. So this is a big one. If you work in sales, don't say sales. If you work in marketing, don't say marketing. If you work in branding, don't say branding. Replace that word, one word, with 5 words, not a paragraph, right? We're still talking about something concise. But if you can find 5 words to replace one that actually explains what you do, then you're going back to that dinner table language, because people who don't work in branding know the word branding and they hear it and they probably use it. But the truth is that if they are not in your industry, if they're a layperson when it comes to branding, what they're picturing in your head is most likely not what you're picturing in your head when you use that word. So replace it with 5 words instead of 1 that are more descriptive. So do that for all of your marketing language. As I say, if you've got everything written down, go through with the red pencil, circle all those words, and then try to replace them with either a single word or a few words that are more descriptive, but will be so much easier for your audience to capture. And that will make sure that you start to use the language that your audience, whether clients or prospects, are using at the dinner table. It makes it easy for them.